Hello everyone, Space Oyster here, and welcome back to Golden Sun, the Broken Seal. In the last part, we made our way to Kolima and found all of its residents had been turned into trees, and then the evil tree Tret tried to do the same to us. Or rather, his wrathful side. He's probably got split personality disorder. He doesn't like talking about it. Anyway, in this episode, we will be attempting to reawaken Tret's more gentle side. And to do that, we've got to climb around in his very bowels. Sounds like fun. Oh, excuse me. Heck, this could be a Rick and Morty episode for all I know. I don't really know that much. I haven't seen too much of Rick and Morty, but I liked it so far. Okay, that's a bit of a lie. I've seen 3 seasons. I think that's all I've got out so far. I'm not a big connoisseur of it all. I just enjoyed it. Let's try and take out that drill beat first, and of course it dodged me. Yeah, the enemies you'll encounter here, they're not too spectacular, although they seem to be very dodgy. They definitely learned a lot from Mr. Piccolo on Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Sorry, today is just full of references, apparently. Anyway, we just gotta climb his branches to get higher up, and yeah, let's just explore the whole tree. Why not? I mean, while we're here. There's that synergy stone I was talking about. Yeah, just like that should do. Although Garrett missed. Way to go, Garrett. Actually, let's let Garrett and Isaac attack that one, and Ivan will finish this off. There we go. Yeah, you really gotta internalize those weaknesses. Let's explore out here a little bit first. And we're done with exploring out here a little bit first. Alright, let's go ahead and heal everyone up before we jump across to the synergy stone. And I guess I should have done that before we got there. Then you'll notice that a leaf we jumped on looks broken. If we jump on it again, we fall through the webbing and go down a floor. Yeah. It's not tedious at all. I should probably cut out the climb back up there. Well, in any case, I guess I could try and go a bit more into details on things, but sadly, Tret is a thing I don't know too much about. I'm more than willing to bet it's a reference to some sort of mythical tale. I do know mystical trees like Tret show up in other things. There's a really old Yu-Gi-Oh card called Tret that's a happy giant tree that looks sentient. It was a terrible card though, but beyond that I'm not really used to Tret's whole thing. Oh, a healing ring. So the healing ring is iffy. You can use it and it'll restore HP to somebody up to 70 points, the same as Isaac's Cure spell. The problem with using it, though, is that it can break, and if it breaks, you have to go to a blacksmith and, either a weapons or an armor shop, and they'll be able to repair it for you. I think the item shop can repair it for you, too. Basically, you just have to get it repaired after it breaks, and it's tedious. So it's tough to rely on it too much, but it can also help you conserve synergy points as you explore dungeons. So use it as much or as little as you wish. I'm gonna leave it on Ivan for now, since he's the fastest party member. If I need a clutch heal, he has the healing ring to be able to do that, and, you know, he's fast. What else should I talk about? Well, I guess I could talk about class changing a little bit. I haven't gone into too much detail about how the different Jinn affect a character's stats and abilities too much. Well, mostly their abilities. But that's because at this point in the game, we can't really do much with our classes, with only 3 characters and up to 2 Jinn at most on any of them. Our class options are very limited, but I gotta go stop going. Anyway, the various elements, they tend to have very specific effects when they're put on a person, regardless of that character's base element. I'm gonna save before we fight this Jupiter Jinny. Venus Jinny, they tend to give they tend to give characters access to debuffing spells, as well as status conditions. They're really weird. The Jupiter Jinn tend to focus more on buffing spells, specifically more so attack and speed. Or, wait, no, not speed, I think just attack. Well, attack and resistance. You know what, we'll get more into that later. More into the specifics of it later. Mars Jinny, of course, focus on offense, giving you access to good synergy lines, or sometimes not so good. And then the Mercury Jinn are obviously going to make people into healers, because, you know, water is the healing element. And thanks to a very useful unleash from Ivan, we got Breeze. And setting him on Ivan will change his class from the Windseer to the Magician, and will gain the synergy spell Impact. Impact is a singles target buff that boosts the attack stat. Very, very handy. And we got a nut. Alright, so since we're gonna have to drop down anyway, let's just do that. And then loop around this way. And ta-da! Wrong part of the branch. So it's so you can get a vague idea of how a character will turn out based on the Jinn combinations you give them, but ultimately you'll probably be aiming to have your characters get into a specific class, and at that point you already know what they're going to be capable of. So, in order to get to where we want to go, we want to fall down the middle part. This will give us a very long free fall through the center of Tret, and that didn't break Isaac's legs at all. I bet a fall from that height wouldn't hurt in the slightest. Anyway, I'm gonna get my party ready to fight Tret, and I will see you guys in... Well, I guess I can just leave it in. I'm simply just gonna have Isaac and Ivan trade Jinn. So this way, Isaac gets the single target Astral Blast, as well as Weaken, so he can debuff Tret if I want to. Garrett's gonna stay in his base guard class, so that because Tret is going to be weak to fire. And Ivan's gonna focus on healing with the Venus Jinn, since it's the Kier series is the only ones I've got. I'm also gonna give that healing ring to Isaac, so that way Isaac can heal just in case. Save again. Room! You hope to find my kindly self? Fools! You should never have come here, and now you shall never leave. Your powers protected you in the forest, but now you are in the heart of my power. Here you will all become trees, and you'll wither with the rest of us. Alright, so here we have Tret. So Tret is, can be a bit difficult at this point in the game, but I wouldn't worry too much about him. He's very weak to Mars. I believe he's very resistant to Earth. I'll post up some statistics for him. And he takes neutral damage from Jupiter, I believe, or wind. Whatever, I don't know. The games are inconsistent on which order to, or how they refer to each of these elements. Anyway, let's go ahead and actually use my gen for this early part. Yeah, just like that. So that way I can get a chance to show off the gen effects, and I can get to summon. So it's going to change Isaac's base class back to his own, as well as Ivan's, but that is fine. So Granite, he's actually one of the most broken Jin in the whole game. Using Granite with another Jin that has a similar effect is really gonna screw things over. Well, not screw things over, but it can trivialize boss fights if you're prepared. Alright, so Ivan gets to summon Ramsey, since he's going to be the healer of the group. And Isaac summons Atlanta. A little torn on whether or not to leave the Golden Sun summons in, or to replace them with the Dark Dawn versions. On the one hand, those Dark Dawn summons are amazing, but on the other hand, it would also be a little bit goofy, and it kind of ruins the charm that these games have if I do that. And Ivan fell asleep. Oh boy. Can I wake him up? No, but I do have herbs and a healing ring to play healer for a bit. For now, let's just focus on beating the crap out of Tret. Oh, that Astral Blast Synergy, I should... Okay, you know what? Before I continue forward, I'm going to talk about that Astral Blast spell that I had Isaac cast there before Garrett finished it off. Astral Blast, as a single target synergy spell that does a mixture of physical and elemental damage. So, since it calculates your attack stat into the damage, it will always be relevant. You can always rely on it to be able to deal a good amount of damage to the boss you're using it on. There are a few spells like that for certain classes, so I definitely recommend keeping an eye out for those, and mainly using those for your offenses if you aren't summoning. If you are summoning, that's gonna make short work of the bosses, as you just saw here. Oh. What has happened to me? I see. My heart was all but lost in my rage. And you defeated the evil within me? I thank you. I could not leave this world with so much evil in my heart. I am free now to leave the world without regret. Goodbye, great warriors. Hey, wait a minute. We can't let Tret die like this. That's right, Isaac. We still need his help. What? Why have you not left me to my dying? Do you need something? Yes, we do. I turned the people of Kolima into trees? I must release them before they die with the forest. I can't do it. My power no longer reaches Kolima. People of Kolima, forgive me. Sad face. Tret's too weak. He doesn't have the power to save Kolima. No, we have to heal him. We can't let the people of Kolima die with the forest. Every life in Kolima depends on us. We have to restore Tret and save the people of Kolima. But sadly, we do not have the means to do that at the moment. Let's get... excuse me. Let's get everyone topped off for now. And trade these gin back. Alright, well, let's see if we can get any more ideas from talking to him. Nope, just ... People of Kolima, forgive me. And he's just thinking that all over again. Maybe Laurel has some new dialogue. Leave now, before this forest is destroyed. The healing... Oh yeah, she's just repeating that. Okay, well, you know what? If you cast Isaac's retreat synergy here... and actually hit yes instead of no. I thought it defaulted to no because it's stupid like that. Or I thought it would be stupid like that. You return to the entrance here. And that will get us back onto the world map. Well, she mentioned the healing waters of the Mercury Lighthouse, and we heard there is a lighthouse up in Emil that was built by the gods, I think. So we will try heading up north now. You know, follow up on that lead. But first, I'm going to stop off in Emil, or not Emil, Bilibin, and heal up. And I know I'm probably ending this off a bit too early, but I'll save the trip to Emil for next time. Thank you all for watching. This has been Spaced Oyster, signing out.